it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, and today we're going to talk about Tier 5 in regards to Battle Pass. So if you don't know this, Tier 4 and Tier 5 will now make Battle Pass points. Now let's check out what that means. Click on your Battle Pass icon right there. How to earn points, ignore that because that's not where you're going to go to learn how to earn points. About Battle Pass. Okay. What we want to know actually is what do the tiers do for us, and here it is right here. Not those tiers, the tiers that you play. I guess you could play through those tiers. I don't know. Anyway, it's Vehicle Tier 4. You can make 70 Battle Pass points, and then you get a 15-point bonus. At Tier 5, it's 85 points, and then a 15-point bonus. At Tier 6, 115. This used to be the go-to tier, fellas. That's the most bang for your buck. Every 70 points, you get an extra 15 points. That means, though, that tank, that Tier 4, at that point, can no longer make any more Battle Pass points, so you can't play it. But you probably have a significant number of Tier 4s laying around. And the same thing for Tier 5. It's a slightly better bang for your buck. Why they didn't change that, I don't know. That's a subject for another day. So we'll go ahead and bail out of that. So the question then becomes, and I was asked this question, what are the best tanks to play? Well, that's a great question, and it has a lot of different answers. Let's take a look at some of them and have a little discussion about what you might want to think about. If we come over to tankstomato.gg, and there are a number of sites where you can get this kind of data, but we'll use tomato.gg. And is it all of Wargaming's data? No. Is it probably a large enough sample size to come close? Sure, I think it is. So the top tank at Tier 5 is a Panzer V-4. Now this is a fairly rare tank. It is less rare than it used to be, but it is an absolute beast, and is probably the best Tier 5 tank to play to get your 85 points in the case of Tier 5. We'll cover Tier 4 in another video. A plus 8.2 differential, win rate differential. This is ridiculous. This tank should be nerfed into the ground. I'm sure that makes people angry. Not that anyone ever listens to me anyway, but there you go. It's ridiculous. What does it look like? If we come over here, it is this guy, right? Let's see if I've got him. I do. It's one of these tanks. Well, how come I can never find... There he is. All right, so it is a Panther body with a Panther 4 turret. Absolute monster. I've got mine set up for ramming because it's kind of funny. Just a really, really good tank. But we're going to not use that tank because not as many people have it. I think more people obviously have the OI Experimental. It's plus 5.22 win rate differential based on your win rate. What that means is if you're a 50% win rate player, then you're probably going to run a 55% win rate in this thing. It's not exactly that, but that's the general idea of the win rate differential. Or the Archer. All right, those are kind of niche playstyles, right? Big, heavy, giant, heavy tank, super heavy at Tier 5, right? This guy, just a big lumbering beast. Used to have a pretty interesting derp gun on it. Now that I would stay away from the derp gun, this gun's a little bit better, even though it's only doing 125 damage. So that's a fairly specific play style, and Tier 7s sort of shred this thing. Most Tier 7s will shred Tier 5s, but wow, it just doesn't hold up. Still, it runs a pretty good win rate, fellas. And the other one is the Archer, which is another odd duck. It is a tank that goes faster backwards, so it's a TD. Got a nice little decent punchy gun right there doing 190 average damage at Tier 5. Good amount of DPM at 2,269. So that's another option. If we go back to the list, the rest, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are premiums. The Turin, relatively common but not played much. Ram 2, much more common. There were probably a lot of you have a Ram 2. They've been given away a lot of different times. I think in boxes and Christmas gifts. They were on a lot of people's codes, especially CCs. There's a lot of codes for the Ram 2 out there, so there's a lot more of those kicking around. KV-220-2 used to be extremely rare. It's much less rare, but still I would say it's a bit rarer maybe than the Ram 2. And then you've got the Panzer IV-H Ankow, which is the Girls in Panzer tie-in thing that they did a while back, I believe. Also kind of rare. And now we get into the LEF-H, which is everywhere. Lots of people have this thing, but that's an arty, right? And now we finally get back into the tech tree stuff, and I think really my recommendation, if you pinned me down, would be, try the OI experimental if that's your thing, the lumbering heavy. If you're a TD player, you might want to rock the archer a little bit, but once you get down here, we're talking BDR G1B, which is a pretty good heavy, fairly standard in terms of play style. You've got another glass cannon and the Panzer Fizzle Lizzle 4C. Then a couple more premiums in the KW and the KV-1SH, which are also fairly rare. Then you got the Panzer III, IV, T-50, and Leopard. If you dig all the way down here, we get to things like the T1, the KV-1. I think both of those, the T-67, these are very common tanks. Lots of people have them, and they're pretty good. Even though they're really far down here, remember that your tech tree tanks do get a bit of a hit on their win rate based on people grind through them and play them stock or partially stock and that kind of thing. So I think these are all solid. 67, T1, KV1, the Churchill 1, the AT2 for another lumbering tank. The 3001H is pretty good. Everything in this general area here is probably a good tank to play at Tier 5. Now, that being said, I think you could probably play, if you're skilled at all, a M7 and you'd be just fine, to be quite honest, all right? Now, I wouldn't go down to the bottom of the list and go there first if I wanted to get through the points as fast as possible. That you are gimping yourself by going down where tanks just aren't really performing well. There's reasons why that's happening. They're not always completely tied to the skill of the player, but really, you're getting down here. The tank just isn't really that good in general. So stay up here in the top half, and as long as you're in the top half, you're probably doing pretty well. So what we'll do today, we're going to take a look at the OI Experimental and the Archer. We'll have a game in those two tanks. So if we go to the OI Experimental, you'll see that I've got this. They have Brothers in Arms working on their second skill. This guy's on his third. I've got Hardening, IA, and a Rammer. All kinds of ammo, so 60 gold rounds. Kits, not going to run food or anything like that. I'm not going to really probably worry too much about gold unless I'm trying to punch into tier 6s or heavily armored tier 6s or tier 7s, and that's what we get out of this thing. If we look over at the Archer, what are we getting out of the Archer? Go to the, where is it? Come here, Archer. There he is. Kind of a weird little tank. That might be fun to check that out. We'll have to drive backwards, all that good stuff. We got a Rammer, an IA, and a Turbo. That's not really obviously set up for a sniper, hiding sniper kind of tank, which is really what it is. I'm going to more rely on other people to do the spotting, and then I'll use the game mechanics as far as draw distance and maximum spotting range as best I can to keep this thing out of being spotted. But you could certainly set this up more for a sniper situation so that you don't have to rely maybe on the other team as much, or on your team as much. What does that give us? It gives us camo at 26. Not great. The DPM is sitting at 2,269. 171 pen, 150 damage. I thought that said 190. What was I looking at? Oh, maybe I was looking at... Interesting. I guess, I don't know what I was looking at. Oh, I was looking at the HE like a Muppet. Looking at HE. All right, so it's a 150 average damage. It's 190 with HE, slightly higher. All right. So we'll take a look at the OI Experimental. We'll play the Archer. The Panzer IV 5.4 seems to be about the best, but if you got a Turan, a Ram 2, a KV-122-2, an Ankel, or an LAFH, those are all in the top 10 as far as tier 5s. You're probably going to be doing fine. I would also recommend the BDR G1B if you like to play heavies in there. The T1 should be good, the KV-1, those kind of standard good tier 5 tanks. All right, let's check out a game with, first one up will be the OI. Let's lumber about and see what we can do. I mean, if we're honest, this is about the best setup you can get. It's 5s and 4s. It's a heavy-centric map, at least in the middle. And there is no arty, which I cannot actually believe. Fantastic setup. So now I've got to be careful about not getting mauled by the KV-1 and the T1. Lots of other tanks can put shots into me. I'm a massive tank. It's very difficult to hide this thing, especially when you get into the middle of this map. There's lots of different little nooks and niches people can shoot at you through. And I know I said I'm only going to use gold for tier 6s and 7s, but we're just going to spam it because we're trying to get some battle pass points here. Remember, you need to be in the top 10 with battle pass. So almost ultimately, whatever you do when you're talking about battle pass points, you want to be in the top 10. So that just means you got to do some damage, get some spotting damage or assist damage, and you're going to be fine. Now notice this is just a really slow tank. We're doing 24 if I don't turn it. I touch 25 maybe. Not even. So we're going to go ahead and head on in here. Now what do I have? I have a T1 Heavy, but of course it's tier 5, fellas. T1 Heavy is drowning, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure what he's doing, to be honest. I guess he's... I'm being pushed by a T80. You know, this is the stuff you get at this tier, fellas. You know, people just kind of... I don't know, fella. I don't really need that. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Now, see, I can get shot from multiple directions. That's the problem this KV-1 is pushing in here, maybe. Alright, I'm not really sure what he's doing there. T80, tank guy. A little bit surprised the KV-1 didn't put... There he is. Alright, so now he's pushing in, maybe. See if we can... Side scraping is just sort of indifferent with this tank. I'm really hoping that the T80 draws him out, but I'm just going to come around the other side. All right, that works. There we go. Okay, we got a shot on him. Push out here. Oh no, he's pushed into the corner of that. Back him out. There you go. Nicely done, fella. Keep him there. Get him tracked, maybe? Nope. All right, well, we did some good damage on him. We're going to go the other way. Track him, maybe? He's going to shoot me. No, he's going to shoot that guy. Track, yeah, okay. Oh, there you go, fellas. Very nice, very nice. Worked him over. That's one of the guys I was really worried about. We are losing on the other side. Maybe the T-67... the T-67 Seal Clubber back there might do some work. There we go. So we're going to cross over here and see what we can do with the T1. Uh-oh. Not really what I wanted, but we'll take it. Probably going to get shot in the back. There's this fella right here. Another fella right here. Okay. Wow. Alright. I'm going to move into here because I really don't want to get shotted. There's a guy. Alright, so he's over there. We got some guys at pilot. Oh, he's going around behind us. Surely they'll take care of him. Probably. Quit calling me Shirley. Alright, so all those guys back there are going to gank him. I like it. Surprised that guy got it. Oh, I see. It's a T-67. Okay. We're going to try this, fellas. Only 131, huh? Now, what you got to watch here is I don't want to go out into that open spot and allow them to shoot me in the side. Unfortunately, now that I'm proxy lit, I don't want to eat shots from either side. So I'm going to back out of this and see what happens. I think I'm probably going to get shot from above here, huh? No, no, no. All right, that works for me. Yep, there's one. All right, that's what I expected. Back out. So that was entirely because I was proxy lit by the M4A1. Now they're starting to move around behind us on the other side. Which is no bueno. Now I'm lit again. Okay. Lit from multiple directions here. This is not good. Don't like it at all. Not sure I can cross this area here, but we'll give it a shot here. I didn't want to move through the middle. I was just worried about getting shot from the side multiple times. And there are guys wrapping around behind us. So what I'm looking to do is get into, if I can, this channel here. And we'll head back towards the cap. Alright, so get rid of the HE. I should have done that a while ago. The Wolverine back there. There we go. Very nice. So we killed those two. Looks like the castle held them off. That's nice. There's a Key-Ho back here somewhere. Might have wanted to stay in the middle because unfortunately they just cleaned up all our guys pushing, but we had guys coming from so many directions there. That's quite unfortunate. There he is. Good shot on him. Alright, we got him down. That'll work. Well, what I'm doing, my friend, is cleaning up the cap. That is what I'm doing. But I am a Muppet, friends. I am a Muppet. Alright, I like it. There we go. Still a bit worried that they might come around, but it looks like the M4A1 and the T67 have turned around and done their thing. So the question is, where's the ARMT and the Cruiser 4 gone? We have a T6 that has not been spotted, so he's probably camping along the A row up there, I'd imagine. There goes the Cruiser 4. Yeah, I got lit. So actually somebody's nearby. Maybe up on the hill up there. There's the T6 as advertised. Very nice. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to use hit points and bully armor, and we're just going to push these dudes and see if we can get that going on right there. That's what we're looking for. Oh, that's a bummer. First time I really aimed. There we go. There's another one right there. Piece of him. Oh, I thought he was going to go back. Back up, fella. There you go. Oh, bummer. Missed him. That is spotting right there, fellas, for this great big, dopey, slow tank. So I've got all the hit points, all kinds of armor for this particular tier. There's the RMT up there again. Oh, I didn't get the shot, but I did get the spotting. Look at that. So 636 assists out of it. Oh, there's that guy. Oh, he stopped. Bugger. Ah, bugger. There we go. Got a piece of him. Nice. We'll take the last kill. 2,000 damage. What are you doing, Muppet? I'm winning, dude. It's all I do. I'm just winning. 2,000. You gotta love it, fellas. You absolutely gotta love it. What are you doing, you Muppet? Well, I'm trying to not let him cap. How about that first? How about not wade into them? Let them shred us from multiple directions. Go clean up their guys that are being aggressive at the cap, and then turn around and mop up the rest of them. So we get a... This may be my first battle in this tank. I think they redid... No, that can't be right. Let's find out. So we did 2,000. Wolverine got 1,900. Good on him. That'll work. So it ends up being a class 1 right there. We're not going to worry about this because remember that you cannot do field mods on tier 5 or below. So that's one thing you won't get out of Battle Pass. You won't be working on field mods because tier 5 and below do not have those. We end up making a decent profit at 75,000. I don't know how many gold rounds I spewed out. A decent amount with 30,000. I think I turned them off mid-game or so and stopped doing that after I went after the heavies. Probably purely by luck, to be quite honest. So that ended up working out pretty nicely right there, fellas. And there you go. So that is the OI. Let's have a game with the Archer, which will be a completely different playstyle. Probably put me in a tier 7 item. Well, all right, it has been a bit of a struggle to get here, fellas. Generally, I show you the first game that I've played. This is the third game I've played with it. I think what I've learned here is this is an odd duck. It didn't help that both games were on Himmelsdorf, and on the first one I crashed on load-in, which is something that hasn't happened to me a lot in World of Tanks for a while, but recently I'm getting a lot of crashes while trying to load into the game. So don't know if the operating system load I've got is getting long in the tooth, and now we've got some bunch of conflicts and crap. I don't know, but both on Himmelsdorf with this weird tank. One of them I got 1 shot of damage. The other one I got 3 shots of damage, I think. And it's been a heck of a struggle. This looks more promising in terms of map. One of those battles was an all tier 5 battle, which I still did really poorly on. The other one had some tier 7. So this has got 6s and 5s. There is an artillery, but this is a bit more friendly in terms of the TD. type of style. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to go backwards, get into position, and honestly, what I've essentially learned with this tank and Battle Pass stuff is, fellas, it's a different kind of tank, right? You're going to have to play to its strengths, and I did not. Oh man, I wish you'd do that again. Boy, he did popped out and I didn't... Why are these guys not shooting him? How many times is he going to pop out? There we go. Got me lit. We're just going to have to use backwards motion. That works. Okay, there goes an artillery shot in there. Nobody pushed up, unfortunately, so we don't have anybody really watching what we need to watch. Which is unfortunate. Let's see if we've got somebody over here. We'll put a stab into that, see if we get lit. That was interesting. That feels like it hit something. And the Chi-Nu-Kai, of course, breaks cover just as I fired. Okay. Hard to tell. Those shots may be going over just into a place where I can't see them hit or some such thing. Okay, that hit the ground, so that did not hit a bad guy. A43 camping, that is not my favorite thing. One of the tier 6s is sitting up there. And it looks like the heavies are getting beat up a bit. Let's see if we can get shots on these guys over here. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, 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 no! Oh my god, dude, really? Damn it. Had a shot on him and I got pushed out by the stupid Stug. Alright, so the Chi-Nu's behind us. He's futzing around there. We got guys looking for shots over here. Oh, there's a RBFM. I did hit him. That's nice. Put a shot on him. We'll back out. I bet one of those blind shots was me. The first time he was lit, he didn't have any hit points. Let's see if he makes a dumb mistake here like this right here. Too bad I didn't hit him, huh? I'm going to give it another try. I think he's in there now. Bounced or he wasn't there. Don't know. Stug action? No, yes, no, maybe so. This guy, that's a bummer. There's him again, but no shot on him. Oh, we got the Stug. I like it. Take that. That was not my kill. It's unfortunate. Easy 8s right there. Type 64. Do you want to shoot something? That'd be amazing if you could do that. We'd all appreciate it. Okay. Sort of losing over here in the middle. I'm not digging that much. I'd love to get a shot on one of these guys. They're kind of pushing into our T-34S. Nothing going on behind me, really. Okay, T-67's got him worried. Think I can get this RBFM dead? Think he's still there? Let's find out. That would have been amazing, but did not happen. Problem with a tank like this, mid to late game, is its maneuverability is so goofy. It's very difficult to make any pushes with this thing. Not going to do that, is he? Heavy's sort of lost down there, so that's no good. Not being pushed yet. Oh. Surprised the light tank didn't see me. Alright, is he going to do this? Come on, buddy. That's a bummer. There he is. There he is. There's my buddy. There's my friend. Only 231 damage. Alright, their heavies haven't pushed in. The Arty obviously sees this guy. Oh, there we go. Come out. I don't think our type is playing. He seems to be AFK. Got a light tank right there. Can't quite see him. I'm not sure if there's, I don't think there's there might be a very small stone fence right there that's keeping me from getting a highlight. But there is a dip there as well. See that stone fence? I think there's some of that going on. So maybe I knocked that down. I don't know. Chinukai, Fury, A43, T78. Heavies on their side have not pushed. We're down to 9 minutes left. They still have an M4A1 and a Skoda in the middle somewhere. This scout is providing us spotting in the middle right here, which is nice. So he's the one that probably picked up the 12T moving across. Kind of a waiting game now. See which one makes a mistake first. So there already is shooting from this bunch of bushes here. Oh man, bad time for shooting there because I had shots on him. Dang it. That is a, oh, there this guy's on the move. Oh, there's another guy over here. And they're moving everywhere, these fellas. Okay. Chinu's moving in behind me a little bit. Got the Fury, that's no good. If he pops up, I'm going to be seeing 12T's pushing in there. Not good, Danny. No shots on these fellas. I don't like it. Oh, Su-100's on the move. Ah, now we're getting pushed. Okay, I gotta get out of here. No shots on the 12T. There's the Su-100 pushing in. Stuck. Goodness. Man, that is a bummer. I really kind of needed to kill him there, didn't I? I'm thinking. This thing is so awkward to play. Get no shots on anything. I killed the A43. That's just horrendous. How does the A43 lose? Ay. Honestly, fellas. All these stone walls are kicking my rear, fellas. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Things are not going well here. Dude, it just... Alright, that's it. You're going to see this game. I am not playing this thing again. I think you avoid this. That's good. This is what we learn, alright? Yeah, it's got a high... I don't know how it's got a high win rate, to be honest. What a piece of shit this is. Alright, somebody's doing well with it. And hopefully one of you guys that's watching this likes this tank or can give us some good info. I'm assuming... Not assuming. This is certainly one that you want to sit back and snipe with, but I don't find its accuracy to be that good, to be honest. Its bloom is atrocious. Takes a long time to zoom in. It's just very strange. And it's just uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable to play. Even more so than most casemates. So I guess we might want to avoid that thing, to be quite honest. Wow. I did walk out into the 300 something damage or whatever it was from the Su-100. That is not a tank you want to get hit by at tier... What tier is that thing? Is it a tier 6? Yeah, it's a tier 6. So that thing can hit hard, especially at this tier. It took nearly every hit point that I had off, and then it wasn't much for the Skoda to snipe me from the back. Might have been a better idea instead of going up here. I kind of didn't realize the A43 and these guys would get shredded so fast. Might have been a better idea to fall further back to where these guys are back here. You know what's funny is that Type 64. Is there two of those in here? Or is he... He's actually moving. Wow. So I think he was AFK, don't know, but wow. Anyway, there you go. What's funny about this is the first two games I didn't show you, we won. I don't think I'm actually going to be top 5 in this one either. So, Guido's recommendation, do what you will. Stay away from the Archer, even though it looks like it's doing pretty well. I think the OI is going to be better in more situations, really, than the Archer is, to be honest. And if you're talking about Tech Tree, the T1, the KV1 are good options. If you have a Panzer 5.4, go crazy, or 4.5, or whatever it is. That's pretty awesome. You saw the Turan, a couple of the other ones that I show you, they're all going to be solid for premiums. The good news about premiums is you'll be making the extra credits. You can take crews from your other tanks, and that's probably what most people are going to do. I think there's a lot of Tier 5 and Tier 4 premiums out there, as we've got people have got them from codes or as extra tanks that were in the gift boxes and things like that. And I don't know, maybe we might still win this. Who knows? The RBFM is tearing things up that are pushing. There's a Basoto and a Skoda. This could be a win as well, as we're talking right here, to be quite honest. But, you know, if you think about it, you're talking about Battle Pass. Really, you probably want to, if you have the premium, just play the premiums. You're going to make extra credits. You can take crews from other tanks. You can train your crews. That's a win-win. You're getting Battle Pass points. A lot of the premiums are better. You saw the list there at Tier 5 than the Tech Tree tanks. But, again, solid Tech Tree tanks. T1, OI Experimental, KV1, some of the others that you saw right there. That's all I've got for today. We'll wish these guys the best of luck, and we will see ya.